Hey there, my name is Lucas Catton, and thank you for taking the time to visit my site and to subscribe, and I hope you find this video helpful. Today I want to share with you 4 ways that you can improve your life in just about any area. And I call this You Pick, as in you choose which way you want to go. And PICK is an acronym. It stands for Progress, Impermanence, Connection, and Kindness. And by progress I mean incremental progress, not taking some giant leap some way or swinging for the fences or something like that. Because I think people who try and sell you on being able to go from obscurity to stardom, or going from broke to filthy rich, or any of these things to have massive success or that kind of thing, I think is setting people up for failure. Because I think the realistic approach, and the way that all of us actually do better in life right now, today, rather than some pipe dream, is to see how we can start making some progress right now. Today. Incremental progress. And over time, those incremental successes build up, and we can have a much greater success as a result in whatever it is. We can make big progress, but it takes little steps to get there. And so you may look at things and say, what can I do today to improve that situation? Maybe you want to increase how much money you have. Well, you can either ask for a raise, you can look at how you can become more efficient with your spending, you can look at some things that you can cut out, for example, that you're wasting money on right now. You can potentially look for another job, you can do some things on the side to earn some money. There are lots of different ways to increase the amount of money you have in your pocket at the end of the month. But these small steps start to add up. You might do a series of all of those. And at the end, you do extremely well. You may get a promotion. You may get a raise. You may save on some other things that you're spending and wind up with thousands of dollars more at the end of the month than you had last month, or the month before, or 6 months ago, or last year. But over time, it begins to add up. And that's one small way. You might need to make progress in a relationship or something, where there's something you need to do, the next step you need to take in order to improve that. Maybe you need to set a date or time, or you need to call that person back, or you need to, maybe you need to apologize and do something like that. So each of these little steps can work towards making progress. And as we do that, we begin to build more confidence in ourselves. We begin to have these wins and successes and victories stack up, and we start to build momentum. And again, over time, they can create big, lasting change, but it doesn't have to be all at once. It can be done incrementally. And if you're familiar with the compounding interest, where a little bit over time winds up being this really large sum, the same can be true with progress. Taking little steps over time can have a massive result in the end. It doesn't have to be right now today in terms of the massive result, because those expectations can set people up for disappointment. But you can take some small action right now, make some progress right now, and improve that situation. The I for impermanence, stated another way, is this too shall pass. In that so many times we get caught up in difficult times or situations or struggles, and we're not sure what to do, and we really get stuck in them. But an understanding that everything is in a constant state of change, always, means that it won't always be this way. And when we're having difficult times, or sadness, or pain, or loss, or upset, or struggles, financial or otherwise, relationship or otherwise, health-wise, anything like that, it can't always stay the same. Things are always changing. And there's something that we can do about that now, in terms of maybe a small step of progress in that way, but also allowing it to be. Not trying to always cover things up or run away from them or make them go away. Simply being with them, with the understanding that it won't always be this way, can be comforting in times of difficulty. One way to do that is by focusing your attention on your breath. A series of deep breaths can not only help put your attention on your breathing and take your attention off of the problems, becoming more mindfully aware of the present moment, but also it helps activate parts of our autonomic nervous system, specifically our parasympathetic nervous system, to help reduce stress and stress-related hormones like cortisol. And as we do that, we begin to feel better. And we can be able to sit with it, whatever it is, a little bit easier. And just like the clouds changing in the sky, as they pass along, they're always changing shape. They're always changing color. They're always changing speed and direction and density. They're always changing. And it's a great example of how life is. It is always changing. And when we can detach ourselves from that and be the observer of it, rather than being stuck in that problem or that situation, then it also helps. Because we know that that is not us, and that we can be separate from that, and that there's a way that we can then start to approach it once we become more presently aware of it from moment to moment. This too shall pass. It also helps in times of positive things, to become more aware of the positive things that are happening in our life, become more grateful for them, knowing that they won't always be there, and we can become more appreciative of all the relationships and experiences and things that happen on a daily basis. And as we pay more attention to those, the negative things become less. They happen less often, honestly, because we're attracting more positive, because that's what we're putting our attention on, but also they don't bother us as much. We can allow them to pass, because we know that there will be another positive moment coming, potentially in the very next moment. Impermanence is a key factor that has helped me tremendously at different parts of my life. The C is for connection. And connection is a fundamental need for everyone. It helps to create a sense of belonging. It helps us where we have our relationships in life. And relationships are key to our overall happiness. And we can improve connection by becoming more present in our relationships. We can improve connection by listening more, paying more attention, communicating more. We can develop more connection with intention by reaching out to people that we know or don't know and telling them that we're thinking about them. Or we can find out what we might have in common with someone, whether it be a stranger or a coworker or anything like that. We can see how we can develop more meaningful connection in our lives. As we found from a recent Harris poll, only about a third of the country feels that they're happy. Things like connection, understanding of impermanence, and making progress improve that level of happiness and that perceived happiness in life. And the final one, kindness, is a huge part of that as well. When we are kind to other people, it has a ripple effect on all of life. Not only are we feeling good about being kind, kindness helps to relieve stress within ourselves as well. It helps to increase oxytocin and serotonin and other natural feel-good chemicals. But also it helps those other people feel well. And in turn, they are nicer back to us and more kind. And they're also kinder to other people. And those other people are kinder to other people. And it is a ripple effect. It is also a compounding thing, such as progress, to where the more kind we are, the more kind other people are, the more kind they are to others, and so on. And we can create a much more positive atmosphere in our areas of influence through kindness alone. And as we're more kind, it opens up a space of love. And as we're more kind, we can create more connection. And through kindness and connection, we can become more presently aware in the moment and experience those positive things and allow the difficult times to pass through impermanence. And we can make more progress. So my challenge to you, my invitation to you, is to take a look at areas of your life today where you might have a little bit of struggle, or maybe it's not quite to the level that you hope that it would be, and you would like to see a little bit of improvement on. You'd like to be happier about. And take a look and see which of these 4 areas, progress, impermanence, connection, and kindness, can be applied to that and how it can improve that area. And it might be all 4, it might be a series of one and then another. But I know that if you will do that, it will improve that situation. Maybe slowly at first, but eventually over time it'll be much better. And you will feel happier. You will feel more of a sense of belonging and accomplishment and pride and fulfillment. That's what I have for you today. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me and look for more free offerings in the future. Thank you so much. I wish you well.